Folks, welcome back. My name is Rudy. You're watching Alpha Investments, and today we report some more news in pops and drops in the Magic the Gathering world. And I know, the whole positive shill, Rudy. It's making my hair fall out. It's making you guys angry. And if I could email you all free mouth hugs, I would. But it's just the world we're in, the 2024 CCG market, and how Hasbro and WotC said, man, everybody keeps complaining that we're overprinting. Maybe we should do something. Well, little did we know that they not only did they do something, but they decided to just punch us all in the face like we are literally Chuck Norris's ex-wife. Today we talk about Wilds of Eldraine, and we're going to go back to everybody's favorite, most hated, historically dramatic set, Ravnica Remastered, from January of this year, ladies and gentlemen. So we are in the 6th month of 2024, about to go into July 1st, 2024. Okay? 6 months ago, Ravnica Remastered collector boxes came out. It was under-ordered by so much, it made people at Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro nervous. They actually sent out a one-time message distribution and told distributors to tell stores it's a one-time shot. If you don't pre-order it, you can't get it. We will do no restock because the consumer confidence and credibility of WotC and Magic the Gathering had hit an all-time low in the bottom of the bear market in Q4 of 2023. January rolled around. Ravnica Remastered Collectors came out. Every single YouTuber, discussion, podcast, professional, white lab coat, ivory tower, scholar, multi-billionaire who stacks their private jets because they don't even know where to park them all, goes on YouTube and they say, this Ravnica has no value. Everything's been printed to oblivion. It's done. And you got some dumbass named Rudy telling these idiots to stay the course and leverage up and max out their debt and live in parents' basements, right? That was a good speech. How'd I do? Did I execute that good for this intro? I've been practicing that for at least 3 minutes. So, fast forward. 6 months after release. That's all it's been, folks. We're not talking release plus a year. We're not talking release plus multiple years. Ravnica Remastered collector boxes are release plus technically 5.5 months. In 6 months, this product came out and is now at an all-time high, at the fastest rate of narrative shifting from negative to positive I've ever seen. Probably since maybe Assassin's Creed now, because Rudy pumped and dumped your stepsister. But I mean, this is an unbelievable story of just the boom, bust, bust back to... Like, this is a historical Magic the Gathering product. And what happened for those of you all who were around last year and this year, when a product came out, every store pre-sold, fire-sold, unloaded Ravnica collector boxes, saying it's going to be Amazon dump, they're going to go down to 100, 150, they're going to collapse. It came out, and it didn't. And everybody was wrong. We fast forward to 6 months after release, and Ravnica Remastered collector boxes are $300 plus tax. So let's $315, $320 shipped online. And the question is, how on earth did this product come out at $230, $240, $250, and in less than 6 months already appreciate over 20%, a price increase of 20% in not even a year? And this is a simple situation of the market getting it wrong. This wasn't related to any individual. This wasn't Rudy trying to pump and dump you. This wasn't some sort of, Rudy's going to shill the market or stores. This was a situation where people just genuinely thought the product would be bad. Therefore, people didn't really order it. People didn't really pre-order it. They didn't reserve it. Customers were so afraid of Amazon dumps. Stores were afraid of Amazon dumps and customers rejecting the product. Everybody backed away. And everyone's just saying, no, And of course, the guy who's made fun of the most is the guy telling you to stay the course and, there's a future is going to be bright, this and that. And remember, in you all's defense, in January of 2024, this was literally like 60 days after the market bottom. So the odds of us knowing how good 2024 was going to be that early on was very high risk. So again, just like Wall Street, some people, Rudy, I'm going to buy before the earnings and I'm going to place a bet. I'm going to buy some call options and I'm going to go all in, baby, YOLO. The thing is, you're incurring a lot of risk. And in the moment, before knowing what's going to happen from the future, you have to ask yourself, was the risk reward worth it? And for most stores and people out there, no, it wasn't. The risk of buying Ravnica Remastered at release or pre-ordering it in October, November, December of 2023 at the bottom of the market, when everything was awful. I'm not going to bullshit you. It was awful last year. Who would want to reserve a remastered set after what happened to all the other reprints and collapses and Amazon dumps? So in the market's defense, the data that we had at that time did reinforce that you should be scared, and the odds were most likely over 50% chance that Ravnica Remastered collectors would collapse in price. And don't forget, Ravnica Remastered Draft was already pre-dumped by the company who printed the product on Amazon at like $130 for the draft boxes. They pre-dumped the product before it even came out, which was the first and probably the last time we'll ever see that in human history. So, to defend the market, the data that the market had represented why the market behaved the way it did. Now, what's fascinating is when we fast forward, nobody predicted 6 months later in the center point of 2024, we were going to be in one of the greatest modern Magic the Gathering bull markets in modern history after coming off 2 years of bear market shit. Okay, nobody predicted that. I didn't predict that. I can pretend like I did, but I fucking didn't know that was going to happen. But what I did know was going to happen was eventually WotC had to pivot. The reason I knew that is they didn't have a choice. Okay, if WotC didn't pivot and got way worse, the sorceries, the flesh and bloods, the One Piece, the Star Wars, all the other card games would have eaten the CCG world alive. Wizards would have lost more and more market share, and the flow of money would have just gone around Magic to all these other brands. So I knew with a pretty high degree of certainty, I didn't know when, but I knew some point in this timeline of within 12 months, they had to pivot. Now, did I ever in a million years predict that they were going to cut Fallout by 90% and make Assassin's Creed collector boxes? Everybody gets one box? No, I didn't see that shit coming. But I knew change was coming. Okay? So, where does that leave us today? First, let's finish our conversation. Ravnica Remastered collectors. Yikes. There is literally no supply left of these in the open market. Okay? No, I don't have any for sale, so don't try to email Rudy and ask to buy some. Don't expect a patron sale. You're on your own. I'm just letting you know, there's literally nothing left on the market. I ran this sale originally at release. I had a small little thing I offered to some other patrons. I ran a second little Ravnica collector box sale, I think a month after release. I'll be honest with you all, half of 1% of patrons bought it. Nobody gave a shit. And, I have a little left over. I threw it in the warehouse. That's it. I've got a couple cases for future box openings. That's it. So now we're in a situation. The product is less than a year old. The market is wiped out. It's already at all-time highs. The serialized shocklands are all expensive as shit. And suddenly everybody wants the product. The EV of the cards is incredibly strong. And the collector boxes are, well, guess what? Hold your breath. Hold your tether balls. You ready? They're collectible. There's none to go around. They are truly collector products now. Artificial scarcity, manipulation, puppet strings, moving you around, manipulate Timmy. Sure, call it whatever you want. There's truth to all of it. I'm just letting you know, there's nothing left on the open market. TCG Player, I think there's 22 loose boxes in 2 cases. Are you serious? And by the way, of those 22 boxes, if somebody buys 12 of them, the price goes to $350, $400 a box. So I want to lay that out there because this is something nobody saw coming. This is something that we all need to accept, including myself. Because if I knew it was going to be this successful this quickly, I would have just kept a lot more. I wouldn't have ran the second patron sale. I would have hoarded 1,000+ boxes. I didn't. Even because I genuinely thought the price was going to be stable, but I thought it would take a couple years to kind of start having legs and moving up again. Dead cat bounce, bear market. We didn't know the degree of how strong the market attitude was going to shift on us. It's fucking strong, okay? Literally, I've told you all. I'll give you another little update here. Since I even reported an update a week ago, I'm still selling the $89 Ixalan draft boxes. I'm selling more of this product. It's probably the top selling since Wild of Eldraine, or before that. It could even be back in War of the Spark time or OG Dominaria 2019. I sold those for $79. It's unbelievable. Okay, the amount of you all buying cases of Magic and Draft and Jumpstart 2022. I'm shilling for myself. Okay, this is me shilling for myself because this channel is sponsored by My Left Nut and Mate. I don't have any other sponsors. It's literally just me and you guys watching. I know it's kind of creepy, isn't it? Just get a little closer. And so when I see every day. I wake up, Yeah, I know. Crazy start. I go on the computer, I audit the orders, and I'm like, wow, really? Another 20 orders overnight of people just buying 3 to 6 boxes of Magic Draft every single day. And, last year, I'd wake up, oh, look, one person. Oh, look, Timmy over here in Texas bought, oh, look, 2 boxes of Draft for $89 each. Oh, look, somebody bought 1 box. Oh, look, a case. Wow, that person's bullish on me. Like, last year, it was almost a joke to buy new Magic because it was just like, why? It's just going to go to shit and nobody wants it. Like, that's how much the world has shifted on all of us in the last 12 months. We've gone from the worst ever to the most bullish ever, and yet everyone's attitude is still in 2023. And I keep making these videos, and I'm telling you all, look at the data. You think Rudy's full of shit? That's fine. But look at the data. You're still watching me. I gotcha. Look at the data. Go online and just say, wow, where's the crash? I mean, I can microwave a couple day-old tacos and fast food, but I'm still waiting for the crash. I literally, I'm going to have no hair left. I'm going to be this tall by the time the crash comes. I'm going to be down here filming videos, talking to you all, because the crash still isn't even here yet. Okay, I can't do that. I'm too old. But, so Ravnica Remastered is 300 plus. I'm just going to be very blunt with you all. Based on the data, unless something magical happens, these are most likely going to become $400 to $600 collector boxes. No, I do not think they're going to be $1,000 collector boxes like a Fallout or I don't even know, a Doctor Who, Assassin's Creed. Like, Fallout is probably going to be our first $1,000 collector box. I predict some other ones, but I was wrong on that. But it looks like Fallout is making a run for it. But when I see this, like Ravnica collectors, I don't think can get to 1,000 because the shock lands of serialized are good, but there's lack of supply. It can move up to the 400s or 500s, but I don't know if it can. I don't know if it's desirable enough, and people are going to crave it enough to be willing to pay that on that kind of product. So there's a lot of upside. No, I don't have any for sale, and I just want to close out by bringing it up because I had a handful of patron messages saying, please mention Ravnica Remastered on the supply. So I added it to today's filming thing. I wanted to mention that. So let's move on. Number 2, Wilds of Eldraine here. So Wilds of Eldraine collectors, we're looking at $300 a box also. All-time high, Wilds of Eldraine collectors. Same thing. Look at the depth of the market. There is fucking none of these things. Wilds of Eldraine is in a similar boat of Ravnica Remastered collectors. Now, whoa, Wilds of Eldraine does not have serialized cards. It's got some cool special guests, confetti, little foily things, but people love the product. This is a situation where when people love the theme and the feel, the vibe, Eldraine feels like Magic the Gathering OG. It feels like the Lorwyn, Morningtide, Throne of Eldraine type of fairy tale magic that many people crave and miss, okay? Because of that, you have a lot more organic growth versus serialized and kind of gimmicky type of pools with remastered and universes beyond. Now, I actually think Wilds of Eldraine, I know it's a hot take, even without the serialized cards, okay, actually can probably outpace Ravnica Remastered. This one, instead of Ravnica Remastered going to like the 400s, I actually think Wilds of Eldraine could be 500 plus because it's just something that people love more. And this is already also a product that was not severely overprinted, okay? So again, these are products that are, Wilds of Eldraine, end of 2023, Ravnica Remastered, pre-orders for 2023, came out January 2024. These are products that are at that turning point of when the market still thought the end was near and going into when the market already bottomed. You have these perfect little scenarios. The other one is obviously Lost Caverns of Ixalan. And patron data continues to reflect that people are buying endless amounts of $89 draft of Wilds of Eldraine, Jumpstart, Streets of Barry Manilow, even Infinity, and of course, Wilds of Eldraine and Ixalan are kind of the top things that are being sold. And it's just, I'm going to maintain these for quite a while, these prices or anything. Well, actually, I did hear there's a price increase with the post office coming. May have to raise prices 69 cents. But it's one of these situations where these items remain attractive long term. Sure, you didn't buy into them when Wilds of Eldraine collectors were $189.99, $199. Now they're $300. But the thing is, if these are $400 or $500 products, today's prices are still not overdone. Now, unless we get a black swan event and a full economic collapse to reset the bear market, these products are going to continue to run. We're going to see a lot of continued strength. There is no bearishness, and as I talked to you guys about, there is no dumping of products. Every store flushed everything. 6 months, 12 months, 9 months ago, we have no downward pressure. We have no major sellers. This is the other side of the supply-demand curve. We do not have any resistance. We have a long runway of smooth sailing. We have a straight path of growth here because all the dumbasses, the paper-handed dumb stores, everything's going to zero. Oh, you got suckered in from Rudy. All this stuff, they're done. Everything is sold. Everything is flush. There's nothing left, folks. And it's laid the template and the foundation for this bull run we are having. And I know most people are just going to be dumbasses about it, and it's going to continue, and it's going to be funny because you're going to see a select group of individuals and stores that are going to fucking flourish from this era. And people are just going to continue to miss it like they miss every major trend in repricing and everything from assets to collectibles or any category. You can say, you can apply this to real estate, your 401k, a mutual fund, the S&P, Bitcoin. You can apply it to any collectible. It's the same principle. People want the hottest AI stock, the hottest, whatever's the hot thing on walls, I gotta have it. Nobody wants, old 19th century art and collectibles. Nobody wants to collect comic books. Video games are overpriced, the bubble's done. Nobody wants to collect all people, the sway of the markets. You need to, I don't want to say like be ahead of the curve, but just understand, things fall in and out of favorability all the time. So that's my end of speech on Eldraine. Final thing in this video, again, just want to let everybody know. Next month, we have, at the end of the month, I think, we have the specialty Pokemon, ETBs, and coming. I don't know, I got like fucking 18 pallets of that shit. We're going to be selling ETBs by the case for the specialty Pokemon for the patrons. I know everyone's excited. We got some really cool Weiss things coming up. There's some, I've heard rumors about Eldraine reprints coming. We've got another reprint. We've got some major, I've been hearing even next year we could have a new Bunko Babes in English. It's coming out in Japanese first. I'm hearing rumors about that. And then, of course, the end of the year, we have, ladies and gentlemen, as we go October, November, we are going to be doing Sorcery. Part 3, baby. Arthurian Legends! And you better buckle up, Buttercup. We are going to rock that shit to the moon. And, of course, September, Tampa, Florida. The big Flesh and Blood Rosetta. And I am communicating with a taco guy. We may have to do some dramatic stuff. So we have some major things going on. And of course, going into this weekend and next week, we have the Assassin's Creed launch. And that's going to be a very big thing. I know you guys are wound up about it. I want to do some box openings with the Beyond boxes. And I've got, obviously, I don't have my full 5,000 box allocation, but I was able to at least get around half of that. So I can at least sell patrons at least, small orders and also buy the case. And yes, if you want a case in bigger orders, yes, it'll be cheaper than, what was the big thing on TCG Play everybody asked me about? 110 plus tax. So it was like 118 or 119, was it? Yeah, if you want to buy by case or more, we'll have better prices into that and everybody will be excited. But I'm really excited about it. It should be a lot of fun. I just want to update everybody on what's going on in the market. And yeah, Positive Penelope, Shill Rudy, Pump and Dump Rudy. Give me some more Rudy names. Hashtag, give me a new Rudy name. The market still looks good. That's the point of the video. Data still has not showed any shifting of anything. And I think we are in for a long runway of continued bull markets with new magic. I'll end the video on one negative thing. I still have not seen any bull market or indications of all the tens of millions of dollars in vintage magic cards. I am still not seeing any upticks in any of that Rudy positions and old stuff. Unfortunately, it still remains very weak, which is kind of a sad thing to report on. But I said it again, unfortunately, there's still no, we haven't seen any major rumblings yet. So it is what it is. All the money's still flowing to pretty much new Flesh and Blood, new Sorcery, new One Piece, new Pokemon, new Magic is going nuts. And of course, you got some of the other startups like the Star Wars and Lorcana that are still taking some market share. So hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks to everybody. Appreciate you all, the patrons and supporters, and appreciate all the business and views and everything over the last, oh my God, I can almost say 10 years. Almost the last 10 years of doing this. It's been a lot of ups and downs and craziness, but it's been a hell of a ride, and hope you guys stick with me. It's been a ton of fun. Let's keep it up.